In a bright and beautiful garden, where sunbeams danced through the trees, lived a little sunflower named Sunny. Every morning, she stretched her small green stem toward the sky and dreamed of the day she would finally bloom. But one bright morning, Sunny noticed something that made her tiny heart sink. Right beside her, a rosy-cheeked rose had burst open overnight, petals as red as rubies, glowing in the sun. Everyone in the garden oohed and awed. Sunny watched from her patch of soil, her big eyes filling with envy. "Why has she bloomed already?" she whispered. "I've been here just as long. It isn't fair." Her little leaves drooped with sadness. Then, along the forest path, a cheerful daisy skipped past, her white petals fanned out perfectly. And on the riverside, delicate lavender swayed gracefully in the breeze. Every flower seemed to be blooming except for Sunny. Day after day, Sunny's jealousy grew. She stopped drinking the morning dew. She turned away from the sunshine. "What's the point?" she grumbled. "No matter what I do, everyone else blooms first. Maybe I'm just not good enough." One quiet afternoon, a wise old tree by the riverside rustled its golden leaves. "Little sunflower," the tree said gently, "why do you look so gloomy on such a beautiful day?" Sunny sniffled and explained how all the others had bloomed and left her behind. The old tree chuckled warmly. "Tell me, little one, does the rose bloom in autumn? Does the daisy open at midnight? Does lavender flower in a snowstorm?" Sunny blinked her big eyes. "Well, no," she said slowly. "Each one blooms at a different time." "Exactly," said the tree. "And you, dear Sunny, are a sunflower. You don't bloom for anyone else's schedule. You bloom when the season is just right, when you're ready. Comparing your chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 10 helps no one." Sunny stood very still, letting those words sink deep into her roots. A tiny warmth began to glow inside her stem. For the first time in days, she lifted her little face toward the sun and took a long, deep breath of morning air. From that day on, Sunny made a promise to herself. Instead of watching others bloom with jealousy, she would water her own roots with kindness. She soaked up the sunshine, sipped the dew, and smiled at every flower that passed, even the ones already in full bloom. Then one golden morning, something magical happened. Sunny felt a tickle at the very tip of her bud. Slowly, petal by petal, she began to open. Her petals were the brightest, most brilliant gold the garden had ever seen, stretching wide like tiny rays of the sun itself. The rose, the daisy, and the lavender all gathered around, gasping with joy. "Sunny, you're stunning," they cheered. And for the very first time, Sunny didn't feel behind. She felt exactly on time, perfectly, wonderfully, gloriously on time. And so, dear friends, remember this: you are not late. You are not behind. You are growing at exactly the pace that is right for you. Trust your roots, face your sunshine, and one day, when the time is perfectly yours, you will bloom in a way only you ever could. Sunflower.